A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Think Next. Thanks for taking the time to be with us in so many numbers. My name is Peeters. I'm in charge of cloud and cybersecurity at Proximus Next. And I'm joined today by Ben van der Sande, CPO at Davinsi Labs, as well as Gerrit, CIO of Mensura. Welcome in an era that is characterized by digital transformation. As businesses continue to evolve, workforces continue to be mobile, and data and applications continue to the cloud, data and information hold a crucial centerpiece in all of this. At Proximus Next, we're convinced that we have a unique position to play in this area, being a telco innovator on one side and an IT integrator or IT specialist on the other side. We can secure data from its conception at the edge of our networks, all the way through transportation of it to where it will be stored or in the end be computed and/or used. From a cybersecurity point of view, there are quite some challenges ahead of us. The threat landscape has evolved to highly organized and automated actors that have built a business on exploiting vulnerabilities and selling it to the highest bidder. On a global scale, data continues to increase significantly, while in general IT resources and specifically cybersecurity experts are a scarce breed to find, if I can call it like that. Our latest Proximus Next cybersecurity survey showed that 1 out of 3 companies had to deal with a significant cybersecurity incident, at least one, over the course of 2022. So it is a significant issue for all of us. Implementing an overall cybersecurity strategy and solution appears to be a difficult challenge for many companies and organizations. For me, the real question on AI in cybersecurity is who will be the first to use and adopt it to its fullest potential. Will it be the offensive side or will it be the defensive side? On the defending side, we have to be right all the time, while cybersecurity criminals only have to be right once in order to infiltrate in an organization. World Economic Forum and Gartner data shows a few interesting statistics. In more than 95% of successful cybersecurity breaches, a human error lies at the foundation of the possibility for cybercriminals to get in. World Economic Forum and Gartner estimate the shortage on cybersecurity professionals to be roughly 3.5 million in the coming 12 months on a global scale. So aligning more people to the problem and to solve the problem is simply not an option. Combining this with the fact that our adversaries are automating embedding on technology, being seriously organized, we need to balance that into our advantage. By adopting on a massive scale cutting-edge technologies, but also by automating what we do in the market. This is why at Proximus Next, we have built scalable platforms as well as a vast amount of expertise to help you stay ahead of this challenge. The core of Proximus Next is all about building partnerships with all of you as our customers, but also with leading technology suppliers to make sure we can come up with solutions that will help you to continue to stay ahead of this race. A first step, of course, is to secure and protect the data that is created throughout the end-to-end data lifecycle of your organizations and institutions. In order to do so, we have developed a cybersecurity blueprint that offers several solutions and building blocks, from prediction all the way to prevention, detection, and response in case needed. This blueprint touches all technology domains, from endpoint solutions all the way to cloud environments. But it also gives you an answer to help with significant challenges on basic services, scaling all the way up to design authority services to help you create a cybersecurity strategy and plan. As a next step, after protecting the data, we also help customers with the analytics of their data on a large scale, and eventually the potential monetization of it. When data is centralized in an organization, we can work with it to deliver meaningful business insights that help companies to increase their digital resilience, and in a later stage, by using the same methodology and tactics, to deliver digital business insights to help steer the company. I will now invite Ben to the floor to elaborate a little bit more on that. Ben, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Raf. And same question for me. Am I audible? All right, a lot of thumbs up, nice. Yes, digital resilience is really huge. It's increasing also in importance. Small question for the public. Who knows what digital resilience is? 1, 2? All right. I don't have to make the examples up. Digital resilience is in our world today, in the news, on the internet. Companies being attacked by cyber criminals. Companies being operational down. The end customers of those companies complaining a lot on social media. Digital resilience is really key. And nobody knows what digital resilience is, but for me, digital resilience is the comfort of knowing. Making data-driven decisions based on objective measurements, based on evidence. And that part will increase our operational efficiency, reducing costs and reducing the mean time to resolve. And that is huge. As Davinsi Labs, we're offering actually the comfort of knowing as a service, as a capability. One of our services is the operational intelligence part. We are offering 2 products. The first, technology monitoring service. We are monitoring assets and components directly. Our application insight service will include relationships and dependency information to reduce actually the incidents that you have to resolve, because you can correlate everything. I will give an example of a house, my house. I have light bulbs, I have a hot tub, I have a couch, I have a TV. We can monitor with technology monitoring service all those assets directly. With application insight services, I know that my light bulbs, for example, are connected to the electrical grid. So if my electrical grid is down, I don't have to resolve all those incidents coming from my light bulbs. I have to resolve the incident coming from the electrical grid. And that is key to include the comfort of knowing in your systems. On the security side, in security intelligence, as Raf explained, we have offensive and defensive security systems. On our offensive security side, we are mimicking the burglars breaking into our house. On the defensive security side, we are actually detecting those burglars breaking into the house. And that is what we do with our managed detection and response on the defensive side, and with our attack surface management on an offensive side. But that's really nice, and that's really cool, and you heard that a lot. But we try to introduce a third value layer to actually enable businesses to also have that comfort of knowing by making strategic decisions. And that is why our digital business intelligence is coming in play. We are offering the digital control tower, where you can monitor your strategic KPIs. We are also offering a transformation cockpit, where you can simulate migrations, changes, downtimes, and the influence on those strategic KPIs as a business. So at the core, we want to bring value and capabilities via a monitoring system and to increase your comfort of knowing. The comfort of knowing and your data monitoring system is key. But the most important part of your data monitoring system is that you can trust your data monitoring system. You start with 1 million and billion of events. Your monitoring system will actually make sure that you detect alerts, notables, that you have to investigate manually or automatically, and will end up with a couple of security incidents and operational incidents. And then you have to trust your monitoring system to be true along the way. Your operation center, when it has a lot of false positives, they will create alert fatigue. If you are sure that your monitoring system is true, then you can really increase your operational efficiency and thus increasing the trust in your comfort of knowing. We see as Davinsi Labs and also as a Proximus group 2 things to increase that fidelity, that trust. And the first is a Cyber Command Center protocol. It's a new way of working, a new way of collaborating together. We want to bridge or bring the gap between the detection analyst and the response operation centers really closer. We want to bridge that gap. Why? Because the detection analyst, he knows what he builds. He knows what he builds and he can run the operations really smooth because he knows what will be coming out. On the other side, the response engineer, he also sees the incidents coming in, so he can take that feedback and see where the false positives are and bring it back into the use cases, so he can increase again that fidelity of those monitoring use cases. So we see one type of person building the use cases and also running the use cases with the main purpose of again bringing up that fidelity. The second part that we see is AI. On all the stations, here we are speaking about AI because AI is emerging. And also in our systems, AI will be key. AI will enable us to see better the anomalies. We will actually interact with our customers together via AI. We will also be able to predict some things via AI. AI is a second enabler to again bring up that fidelity. And to conclude, we think that the comfort of knowing is what every company is looking for. We think that the digital intelligence services that we offer can help with that. And again, we want to increase together with our customers the digital resilience. And therefore, I will give back the floor to Raf, because he will introduce one of our dearest customers on the road for digital resilience.
Thank you very much, Ben. Gerrit, I warmly invite you to join me on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first introduce you to Gerrit van Daele. Gerrit van Daele is the CIO of Mensura, and as Ben already rightfully mentioned, one of our customers. Welcome on stage, Gerrit, and a sincere thank you to join us. Can you tell us a bit more on Mensura and what the type of business is that you are in?
Yes, I will do so. Thank you for the introduction, Raf. So Mensura is active in the healthcare business. Don't hear?
A little bit closer.
That's better? Okay. Thank you for the hint. So Mensura is active in the health business. We've got 2 main business lines. It's occupational health and absenteeism. For both, we are market leader in Belgium, and all our activities are spread all over Belgium, over 60 locations. Our business, the health business, is transforming like any other business, which means customers and their employees are having new and other demands. And also within the health domain, we see that domains are integrating, so that we have to combine information on different levels. Mensura is the result of mergers and acquisitions, meaning a lot of legacy. We cleaned up already a lot, but we still have to do some work on that level. As I mentioned, health business means medical data and medical devices, and here comes the security.
Thank you for that. Can you explain how we as Proximus Next are helping you to monitor all of your organization?
Well, as Mensura, we work a lot with Proximus on several levels. From digital workplace towards hosting, on-premise and cloud and on-premise. But also on security management. The monitoring part is important for the digital workplace and the hosting from a point of view operational excellence, and to go towards continuous improvement. Where the business resilience comes in is from a security aspect. We implemented last couple of years and upgraded different products and services like firewalls, DDoS protection, antivirus, virtual management systems. And all those solutions, they generate quite a lot of data, events and stuff like that. Way too much for a person to treat. All that data goes through a funnel, like we saw on the presentation, into the SIEM solution. We implemented the SIEM solution implemented from Davinsi Proximus. It's an intelligent platform where the data and the events, for example, for the month of September, we had over 1 billion events generated, coming from the different endpoints. These are analyzed, filtered, and based on playbooks we defined, based on the different rules, we defined different actions to be taken, yes or no, in collaboration with the Security Operation Center. So that's where the monitoring part is playing a role.
Excellent, thank you. Can you explain, Gerrit, what is the current and maybe also the future vision at Mensura to use data and data intelligence to take corporate decisions?
Well, Raf, we only started using data like most of the companies. Last couple of years, we implemented different solutions which are scalable towards the future, like the SOC SIEM solution. We are going to extend it towards other endpoints, more towards the application landscape, and that's only from an IT perspective. From a business perspective, we're also exploring to create models to strive towards operational excellence. For example, to identify the correct people who needs to come for medical intervention, yes or no. That's also why our CEO, Gerrit recently appointed a chief data officer, because we are living in a world of data and we have to put all those elements together to work more efficient.
Okay, thank you. What is yours and maybe Mensura's vision on data resilience?
Well, data resilience, until a couple of years ago, it was something for the IT crowd or the IT geeks, but that's really changed over time. The risk of on cybercrime, the awareness around that has really increased and is really a part of the discussion in the board of directors. And that's why we developed a security governance program based where we follow up the execution of the security strategy, which is composed out of 3 elements. It's first of all business and user awareness, then you've got the part of process, procedures and policies, and then in support the technology solutions. And all those elements come together in the strategy, and those are followed up regularly, quarterly, to evaluate, are we doing the right things, because the world is changing rapidly and you have to make choices, which is sometimes tough to do so.
Okay. On a changing world, Gerrit, what's your vision on AI? Has AI already found its first place at Mensura, and if not, or if so, what are the potential next steps there?
We are exploring it. From my point of view, it's a bit scattered into the organization. So one of the ambitions I've got and challenges I've got is how can we make sure we come to a good framework to make sure we are going to explore the goods we can get out of goods, things we can get out of it.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
A last question, if I may, Gerrit.
Yes.
How important is it for you to work with a local partner, with local people that you can call, local engineers and teams that you can contact?
For me, the most important thing, and people from Proximus Next know it, I'm a big fan of working in couples. Couples and where they work, it's not that important, but that they have to understand each other very well. And if it's local, that's also a good thing, but it's not a must from my point of view.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for the testimonial, Gerrit.
Welcome.
That leaves me to thank all of you for your presence and attention. A sincere thank you to select this one out of 4 interesting topics. Super appreciated. Ben, a sincere thank you also for you to share the stage with me. And Gerrit, again, thanks a lot. We do not have time for questions, but Gerrit, Ben and myself will be here for the remainder of the afternoon, maybe also a part of the evening, so don't hesitate to come and talk to one of us in case you have a question. A sincere thank you for the attention.
Proximus next. Think possible.